How's it going, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to round 3 from May 22nd's locals, and we have Tri-Brigade versus Prank Kids, the same Prank Kids player that you guys saw in round 1 versus Earth Machines. If you guys haven't checked that one out, please do. I'll leave a annotation up to it in the top right. Click the little eye. That should take you to that video if you want to get caught up. Also, round 2 is up as well. Photons versus Invoke should all go check that one out if you haven't already either. Our Tri-Brigade player also running a Ancient Warriors engine, using Tanky to grab one, and then it's going to send off the Tanky. I think it sends any card from hand or field to add another Ancient Warrior. So he adds one that, when it's added by an Ancient Warrior, summons itself to the board. And I think he's just going to use that to link into Farragut. I was expecting maybe going for double Dragon Lords, but it looks like he's just going to go for Farragut instead, which has a nice extension effect. We can summon one from hand. Of course, if it hits the grave, it can draw a card, and then you have to put one card from your hand back to the bottom of the deck. Not using Farragut's other effect, though, here. Just going to pitch Fractal. Fractal will dump the Nerval, and Nerval will probably dump Kit, or looks like going to add Kit to the hand. They all have, like, Foolish Burial-like effects. Now using Farragut to summon Kit to the board. And then I imagine we'll see Kit's effect, much like Nerval, Fractal, and Karas. They all have pretty much similar effects here. Basically banishing any number of Beast, Beast Warrior, and or Winged Beast monsters in the graveyard, especially one Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, Link monster from your extra deck with Link rating equal to the number of banished. Also, you can only use Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast monsters as Link material. So it looks like he's banished 2 here, Fractal and the Nerval, to go for, actually no, banishing 4 now, going for I think the Shrig, the Ominous Omen, basically needs 2+ Beast, Warrior, and or Winged Beast monster. If this card is special summoned, or if another Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster is special summoned to your field, banish one card on the field, non-targeting banish. Very nice. But now it looks like he's going to link the Farragut and the Ominous Omen for the Simorgh Bird of Sovereignty. And going to now use the effect, I think, of Ominous Omen when it hits the grave to add a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster from his deck to hand. So he's going to add DD Crow, and also getting to use the other effect of Farragut here. If it's sent to the grave, you can basically draw a card, then place a card, from your hand on the bottom of the deck, as I said earlier. So we're going to set 2. Looks like he put the Forbidden Droplet in his hand back to the top of his deck, or back to the bottom of his deck off Farragut, and of course end phase, summoning the Wind Barrier statue off of the Simorgh. I know one of his sets is probably Revolt, and the other Ice Dragon's Prison, so we're going to see a Dark Ruler no more. My goodness, our Prank Kids player has the answer seemingly to everything this locals. Starting with a Dark Ruler, what else does he have for this particular board? It's got a Pancratops, alright. Alright, Pancratops is definitely really good, and a Fansies. And to make things worse, Fansies is a wind monster too, which is kind of funny. So yeah, he's going to link the Fansies now into the Meow Mew, and of course, Fansies will Foolish one. Probably going to be Pandemonium, maybe Pranks. Yeah, Pandemonium getting sent here to summon out probably red or blue here. Okay. I never really understand if there's like an order for, what colors Prank Kids players summon out of their deck first. I know you want red, green, and blue because you can't use Roxy's for the summon of Battle Butler. So he's kind of like not the most important of the Prank Kids monsters, but he's still a starter nonetheless to get the engine going. But I would assume that he would just kind of wants to get, again, red, green, and blue out of the deck first. And, whatever order they do it in, I don't think matters too much. Probably, again, I'm not a Prank Kid player. I'm sure somebody will mention something in the comments here. So he'll probably summon red off of this blue as he gains that 1,000 life points, just literally free. Gain 1,000 life points, especially when a monster from your deck. Like, that just, like, there's no drawback to that, it seems like. That's why I think it's still so crazy to me. So yeah. Or burn your opponent for 500, someone from deck. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of bonkers. So it looks like he'll add a copy of Pranks off of Dodo Doodle Doo, and we're going to see a Ice Dragon's Prison activate here, probably on resolution of this chain. And I think he targeted Fansies here. Had to go back and check the audio. Targeting Fansies, obviously because there is a Thunder on board in the form of Dodo Doodle Doo. So obviously if that fully resolves, you know, he'll get to banish both the Fansies and the Dodo. But our Prank Kids player has a copy of Pandemonium in hand, ready to go. He's going to use that to fuse into Rocket Ride, get that Thunder off of his field, so he cannot use the second part of the Ice Dragon's Prison's effect to banish monsters of the same type, which is pretty strong. So, but he is going to have an Ash for one of his Prank Kids monsters effects to summon, which is pretty solid. And Rocket Ride hitting the board, though, is pretty good here, too, because he can basically tribute that Monsterborn to Prank Kids, two non-fusion Prank Kids from the grave. So he could bring back that Doodle Doodle Doo and potentially one other Prank Kids monster. And, of course, with using Pandemonium, he's also locked into only summoning Prank Kids monsters, I believe, now. So that could slow him down a little bit. Obviously, keeping him out of Nightmare Unicorn and things like Access Code Talker, of course, will hurt a little tiny bit, but not so much. There's still definitely things that can be done here. So, gonna bring back Dropsies and, of course, Dodo. And probably could link into Bow Wow Bark, because I believe Bow Wow Bark gives an attack boost, which could help him get over, the Simorg link and, just push for a little more damage, because I think Bow Wow Bark says a Prank Kids monster this card points to gains 1,000 attack. Yeah, which is pretty solid. So, you can make that Dodo Doodle Doo gain 1,000 attack points, which is pretty strong. So yeah, put it up to 3k. So exactly what he does. He goes for Bow Wow. And it looks like he's going to enter the battle phase. And I think he's trying to attack over Simorg with the Pank. And on attack declaration, we're going to see our Tri-Brigade player activate Tri-Brigade Quest, which will be met with Pankrotop, so it will not get to resolve, unfortunately. They did talk about it for a little bit, so that's why there was a cut there. So yeah, he will not get to summon back since that target is no longer on the field thanks to Pank removing it. He'll run over the Kit. Kit will dump Nerval. Nerval will add, I believe, another copy of Kit. And I think that will probably wrap it up for his battle phase. I think he maybe could have attacked over the barrier statue, unless, of course, I'm missing something, but it looks like the barrier statue will still get to stick on the field as he uses Dodo's effect to attempt to add back both Dropsies and Pandemonium and a DD Crow. Of course, that we saw him search in the previous turn is going to prevent that Pandemonium from returning to his hand. So our Prank Kids player here is going to activate Pranks and set one card. And if he's really good, maybe he has a copy of Pandemonium, another copy, the third one. But yeah, we're going to see Pranks activate. That's going to shuffle back 2 extra deck monsters, I think Dodo and Rocket Ride, and put back Pandemonium into the main deck. Deck will get cut, he'll draw 1 card, and that will do it for his turn. Our Tri-Brigade player will draw for turn. Here we know that he has a copy of Kit in hand to work with, which is pretty nice. So yeah, looks like he'll go ahead and normal summon Kit. And I believe he's going to activate Kit's effect now to banish to link summon. So he's going to go ahead and banish 2. And we'll see what he goes ahead and summons here. Looks like it's going to be the Double Dragon Lords. And that is basically like a quick effect to bounce. He just has to send, I believe, a card from his field to the grave to bounce. Yeah, so he's going to try to send Fansies. And he's going to attempt to bounce the Bow Wow Bark here, it looks like. And he will, of course, probably chain the Bow Wow Bark here. And attempt to summon back 2, or add back 2 here. He's going to add back red and green. And then our Tri-Brigade player will turn all of his monsters to attack. Kit will swing in for 3, Wind Barrier for 1,000, and 16 from Double Dragon Lords, because I believe it does get a little bit of a boost from its own effect, which I can actually pull up here real quick. Yeah, Double Dragon Lords is a wind monster. Basically says, all Ancient Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. So it's putting it up to 1,600. We'll drop his opponent down to 57. And it looks like after the battle phase, that is going to do it for our Tri-Brigade player. Still has to worry about the bounce, though. Yeah. It's going to be pretty tough, especially if he bounces right on normal summon like we're going to see him do here. Sending Kit to bounce back the Lampsies, trying to play the control game here as best as possible. Kit will send Nerval. Nerval will attempt to add. That is met with a pretty clutch Ash there, I must admit. But we'll see if our Prank Kids player can do anything else past that. There is a 1-for-1 pitching Dropsies, and he's got an Ash to, you know, respond back with. And nothing else he can do there, really, except go to the end phase and resolve Pranks once again. Shuffling back 3 to draw 1. And hopefully, it looks like he drew into Phantasme. Our Tri-Brigade player draws into a pretty solid Rescue Cat, but I don't think he can use it right now because of the Wind Barrier statue. So he'll swing in for some damage, and he'll pass his turn there. And we'll see our Prank Kids player start with a copy of Place. Must have drawn that for turn. Adds a copy of Roxy's. And I'm not sure actually what the stats of all the Prank Kids monsters are, but looks like he's going to set one and pass. And our Tri-Brigade player is going to again go right into the battle phase, and he swings in with the weakest monster on the board first and takes 1,700 damage from that 2,000 defense. And then uses Double Dragon Lords to bounce back that Fansies to hand to get in for an extra 1,016 from Wind Barrier and Double Dragon Lords. He'll set one. He'll pass. Our Prank Kids player is crazy with the Dark Ruler. Will it be enough here? He is only at 200. Can't deal any damage this turn. But we'll see if he can get it done now that the Wind Barrier is turned off. He's going to normal summon Dropsies. And we're going to see a copy of Tri-Brigade Revolt get activated. Which, you know, is going to be pretty solid here. The Dark Ruler is great for actually both parties here because it's going to allow them to summon non-wins, you know, bringing back that water Ancient Warriors monster. And then Nerval, Fractal, and Kit, those will all get linked into probably Ominous Omen. Yeah. So we're going to see quite a few chain links here. We're going to see him activate Nerval, Kit, and Ominous Omen. Ominous Omen, of course, is going to non-target banish. And, of course, you're going to go for the Dropsies here because, you know, you get that Prank Kids monster off the field as quick as you can. It is going to hurt quite a bit. But it looks like as a chain link 4, we're going to see him have Phantasme, which is going to allow him to draw into 3 here. And if there's going to be any card that's going to help him get out of the situation, it's going to be... you know, this Phantasme. Unfortunately, 1-for-1 has already been expended, which would have been a card that would help him play past, you know, a normal summon getting removed from the field. So unfortunately, drawing a 1-for-1 is not an option here, and I don't think drawing Instant Fusion is either. So Lampsies will get banished, or Dropsies rather. He's going to send Tri-Brigade Quest, and he's going to add a copy of Fractal. And yeah, I think our Prank Kids player is going to concede there, and we're going to head into game 2. Obviously realizing there's probably nothing else he can do past that point. He's probably going to get OTK'd next turn. So yeah, in game 2 here, I want to mention a quick shout out to Imperium Duelist. If you guys are looking for some amazing playmats, deck boxes, dice, sleeves, binders, etc., check them out at the link below. And of course, there is a discount code down there you can use to save 10% off your entire order, and that code is WinterKills10 off. And if you guys are shopping on TCG Player, please do not forget to use my affiliate link down in the description of all my videos. If you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase will go right back in the channel and helps out a ton. And if you want, you know, videos like these early, consider becoming a member of the channel today. Link below for more information. So, pretty standard turn here for our Prank Kids player, starting with the Dropsies, linking to Meow Mew, summoning Fansies, going for Dodo Doodle Doo, adding back 2 now off Dodo, Pandemonium, one of them, and yeah, sending his fusion, getting it back from the grave, getting ready for a possible, you know, Battle Butler here. So we'll see what he you know, has in store for our Tri-Brigade player. Maybe a T-Sabu, which I actually don't think is that good against Tri-Brigade. I think there are some versions of the deck that actually main it, but Rescue Cat being met with T-Sabu might hurt actually quite a bit more than, you know, the deck would normally be hurt by Tsubu. I'm not entirely sure though, but because I've played against my friend who was playing Tri-Brigade, my friend Adam. He's actually maining Tsubu, so I don't know how much of a threat again that will be. But these are two different builds of Tri-Brigade that we're talking about here, so I don't know if Tsubu will actually affect this version more than the other. But we're gonna see him dump Fractal to dump Kit to dump Nerval to add Fractal, to start the whole chain and cycle over, and load the grave up for the banish effects, the several banish effects that Tri-Brigade has. And that's why Lancey is also an FTK against the deck, because it relies so much on banishing to get out some of its best link monsters. But yeah, we're going to see him go to the battle phase. You might as well get in for 300 with a Rescue Cat, and of course, before he leaves main phase, we're going to see, before he leaves main phase 2 probably, we're going to see Battle Butler hit the board, fusing for 3, burning for 5, gaining 1,000, Foolish Burialing, and summoning 3 in the process. Just an absolutely monstrous board here. Actually, I need to check something here, because I don't know if he could have actually summoned, because Fancies is a Thunder, Lampsies is a Pyro, Dropsies is Aqua, and Battle Butler is a Thunder. So I don't think he could have actually summoned the Fancies there. I don't think it's too big of a deal, because as you can see, game 2 is extremely quick. Our Prankids player taking that one in almost record time, it seems like. And we're already into game 3. It's almost like game 2 never happened. Now tied 1 apiece here for all the marbles. And we're going to see the Ancient Warrior engine start things off to send one from hand or field to add one. Adds the one with that one added. Summons itself to the board. And now we're going to see a copy of Foolish Burial, that lost artwork. You got to love to see it. As a lost art card, I wish I had my hands on currently, because it looks so dang good. Although I do currently want to try to get my hands on a max rarity spellbook deck. But that's looking like it's probably not going to happen, because I think, did the math earlier, and this is a little off topic, but I think an unlimited max rarity spellbook deck is like $900 something, which is kind of ridiculous. But either way, Foolish Burial getting activated, baiting on the target. Looks like he's going to send Kit. Nope, second thoughts, going for Karass here instead. And linking now off the 2 Ancient Warriors for the double Dragon Lords. And we're going to see a Phantasme. Phantasme is going to allow him to draw 2, of course, put back 1. I put back that card rather quick, so must have had a not so good card in hand. The rest of his hand must be extremely good if it took him, that little time to put a card back. Now we're going to see him add another Ancient Warrior from deck to hand. I think he got to use the actual Double Dragon Lord's effect, since it was properly, summoned instead of being summoned off Kit. Because it says, if this card is linked summon, you can add an Ancient Warrior card from your deck to your hand. So you'll get to search one, and then he's going to pitch the Ancient Warrior that he added for Karass. And then I imagine he's going to activate Karass's effect to banish 3, it looks like here. And he's going to go for the Simurgh Bird of Sovereignty, and he's going to set one. And it looks like he'll go to end phase, where he'll get to summon out Wind Barrier Statue, which doesn't look like it's going to do too much at the moment, since Phantasme is on the board already, which is going to prove to be a little bit problematic. He doesn't have anything in grave, I think, to protect Simurgh, or the Wind Barrier Statue, if you will, from battle. Like, he doesn't have I think there's the one Tri-Brigade spell that is really potent when paired with the Wind Barrier Statue. I think it's Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. Yeah, if a linked Beast Warrior, Winged Beast Munch control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your grave instead. But I don't think he's running that card, and if he is, he doesn't have it linked anyways. So either way, he's going to start by activating Place. Place will add 1, and he'll normal summon Lampsies, and we're going to see him use that battle phase early. I mean, it's not so bad for our Tri-Brigade player. The battle phase was forced out rather early. Now we're going to see him activate Revolt, and he's going to be able to summon up those banished ones here. And he's got 3. And it looks like they're going to be pulling up the text of Revolt. You might have a foreign copy in play, but it says basically special summon a number of your beast warrior, and or winged beast monsters that are banished and or in your grave, but negate their effects. Then immediately after this effect resolves, link summon one Tri-Brigade link monster using only those monsters. You can only activate one per turn. And I think he's going to also now try to chain double Dragon Lords to that, sending the face-up Revolt to bounce the Lampseas, and we're going to see him chain Phantasme, discarding the Ash to prevent the card from being targeted, negating that effect that would target. And then we're also going to see him activate Tri-Brigade Oath. I realized I was calling this card Tri-Brigade Quest earlier. I don't know why. It's called Tri-Brigade Oath. And he's going to activate Oath. He's going to try to, but there's Red Reboot. So continue into the battle phase here, clearing the Karass, linking for Meow Mew, and then activating Lampseas and Places effects respectively, and then linking off the Fansies and the Meow Mew for Dodo Doodle Doo. I've said it and I'll say it again. This Prank Kids player is something else. Simply having every answer needed to continue playing the game here. Call by in the Ash for round 1 for those that didn't see it. Pankratops, Dark Lord, Red Reboot, absolutely cracked and stacked. Tan and jacked. So he's going to go ahead and summon out the Lampseas, use Rocket Ride to tag for 2, Dodo tagging out to add back, and linking into probably Bow Wow Bark here to sort of complete the standard Prank Kids plays. Setting 2 and activating Place. We'll see Place, Recycle Rocket, Lampseas, and Dropsies back into the deck. And we're also going to see Simorgh, Bird of Sovereignty, activating again here in the end phase since it did survive the turn. Going to summon a monster, Winged Beast, I think, whose levels are equal to or less than of the amount of unoccupied spell and trap zones, I think. So he's going to just summon Nerval here, which is just a level 1. Then we're going to see Bow Wow in the standby phase probably bounce back, or as early as convenience, bounce back. Will tag itself out to add 2 back up from the grave. It looks like he drew Rescue Cat, which is a pretty nice draw to have here. There's Pandemonium. And we know that he got to set another Revolt from the deck because of the Red Reboot. But I don't think it's really going to help him out too much here, as we're going to see Pandemonium get activated. We're going to see him fuse for Battle Butler. We're going to see Place activate. It's going to boost all of his monsters by 500. And, sending to summon, gaining 1,000, and burning for 500. Banishing now the Meow Mew to make it so he doesn't have to tribute Battle Butler here. To Raigeki the field, of course, on the summon of that Rescue Cat. So he is fully ready to go here. We'll see if our Tri-Brigade player has what it takes, has the card advantage to be able to play through this board. One more Raigeki to go. And who knows else what is still set. Could be Solemn Strike, could be another, there can be only one. Again, we know he has Revolt, so we're going to see him, no surprise, activating that now, bringing back 4 probably. And yeah, bringing back 4, linking those all back into the grave, going for the Ominous Omen, and there's a Solemn Strike, I assume on the effect activation. Because he can't strike non-inherent summons, but I'm assuming on the effect activation, he's going to strike it. Adds that card. I think he added the Fractal or whatever, but he scoops there. Not much he can do still, having to play through. Again, one more Raigeki from that Battle Butler. So pretty good match there. A lot of back and forth. A lot of crazy answers to a lot of cards, a lot of top decks. Very, very good match. So Prank Kids taking it 2-1. And probably not to your guys' surprise, you will be seeing this Prank Kids player again in the 4th and final round, going up tomorrow, trying to go for first place. So yeah, more Prank Kids. I know there was a lot of Prank Kids this week, but I hope you guys have still been enjoying these matches regardless. And if you did, of course, leave a like, drop a comment, share the video with a friend, helps out the channel a ton. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, as always, Winner Kills signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one. And of course, a huge shout out, as always, goes to all of the YouTube members supporting this channel. Of course, a special thanks goes to our Divine Level channel member, Cadillacs, aka Cadillacs84. As always, man, thank you again for your continued and very generous support of the channel.